Hey there, how you doing? Charlie Winters here with selections for Thursday, the 30th of March. Well, let's get straight into it. Well, let's not. Unfortunately, on Tuesday, it was a very disappointing day. No horses placed whatsoever. Wednesday, obviously no selections. So let's get on to Thursday now. So it's absolutely dreadful racing again. And I was looking through and these are the four that I fancy. They are not strong selections. That's why I've had each way singles on them rather than higher stake multiples. Well, not higher stake each way multiples because there could be a good chance that only one places or none of them places. But I do think at tasty prices they have got sneaks. There's one horse that it's a dreadful race and it's the third favourite. Well, so it's 7-1 in that race, and it's right behind the favourite on form. There's no way it should be 7-1. Although to be fair, I was expecting 10-1 because it was 10-1 in the paper, but I'd have been very happy with 10-1 because it should not be that. I think it could be 5-1. By far the biggest price that'll be tomorrow. But I may be wrong. It may be 20s, but we'll see what happens. All I'm doing now, I'm currently waffling. I'm really tired. So this is the bet. So it's a 10 pence each way, lucky 15. I've also gone for 50 pence each way, single on each selection. But just in case we have that little bit of luck where we're on a good run, I've had a 50 pence each way accumulator as well. So the total bet is £8. Don't get wrong, the each way accumulator is extremely unlikely to come up because these horses I'm kind of hoping that this maybe snatch a place rather than threaten to win. So let me get into it. So the first selection is table 34 at 22-1 in the 150 at Warwick. This horse's hurdle run is good enough to sneak third place because all the horses, but barring the first two in the betting, the rest of the horses are a muchness. Even the Nicky Henson trained JP McManus horse, it's not achieved at anything. And this horse that I've picked has got a higher Racing Post rating than that horse, which is called Morning Line. So depending whether they're going to, let's say, go after a handicap mark rather than actually try and get third place, well, we're taking that risk. But it has got good enough form to threaten the place. So that's why I've gone for it. And I think 22-1 is a lot better than taking something like 6 or 7-1 on the Henderson horse that could possibly snatch third. I don't know. The second selection is Fever Dream at 7-1 in the 2 at Taunton. The third selection is Check It's Me at 33-1 in the 225 at Warwick. This horse is potentially very well handicapped. However, I would normally completely swerve it. However, I was looking through the race and it's one of the worst races. Don't get me wrong, there are some thirds and whatever in there, but there's so many question marks. You've got the Gary Moore trained horse. Well, it was in half decent form. Now, for the last two runs, it just completely stops, or it stopped twice. So then I looked at one of the horses a bit further down. It was is it Ray or Roy Brotherton horse, and I thought, well, could it have a bit of a chance? But it's 12 years old, and I thought, I'm not against backing 12-year-olds, but I think it's been brought around because I think it actually wants quicker ground. But it'll be raining tomorrow, so it looks like that's just this race is just for fitness for this horse. It'll probably maybe run well at a bigger price when the ground quickens up. And then I was looking at a few of the others where there's an awful lot of them coming off of big absences, like the Twist and Davis horse. I thought surely decent stable in what's a shocking race, but I can't fancy that one either. So I've actually plumped for one I would never even touch. I'm hoping that the wind operation has maybe revitalised this horse. That could be the answer why, or the reason why it's been running so dreadfully. I think it's like last 5 occasions. Last season, it actually rated, I think it was the early 90s, then dropped to the 80s. And I think it's rated 70 something now. So potentially, because it was, don't get wrong, it was even running okay off the low 90s and 80s, but it's dropped even further. Now it's off, I think it's 73 now. So if the wind operation has worked the Oracle and it's perked the horse up a bit and obviously fixed whatever there was wrong with it, well, unless they're taking this horse out just for an outing after its wind operation, I think it's a very interesting horse at 33 to 1. Will it end up 33 to 1 at the end? I don't know. If it's got no chance, it'll probably touch hundreds. But I'd have thought if the trainer's called Cynthia Woods, I've seen her occasionally, but I don't think she doesn't really have that too many winners. But it could be a shorter price if it's fancy. But I thought I'd take the 33s because I'm more than happy with the price. And finally is Dark Duomo at 16 to 1 in the 3 o'clock at Warwick. So those are all the selections. I won't waffle on anymore. So if you can give this video a like or the channel a subscribe or share the video or do whatever you want, leave a comment, do anything you want with the video. Just try and help me build these subscriptions up, please, if you will. It's been in the 550s for honestly about 3 weeks now. And I look at some of the other channels where it's like even the ones that are like 150, 200 subscribers. I've been watching and they're like getting an extra 10, 15 a day. So if you could help me out, we had the odd good day in the last month. If you could, as I say, help me out, try and build the channel a little bit more. Let's try and get up to 600 subscribers by, let's say, fortnight's time. Be absolutely great. So, the very best of luck. Charlie Winters, a tired Charlie Winters, over and out. Cheers, mate.